everybody, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small, and today's episode of What's on the Table, we're going back to a guilty pleasure of mine, Adeptus Titanicus from Games Workshop. It's a game of giant titans battling each other in the Horus Heresy, so it's Imperial versus Chaos. I got the game when it came out back in 2018, the reissue from the original version, which I also had way back in the day. And I built the initial run, the stuff that initially came out of the box. And since then, I've just been kind of slowly acquiring stuff as it's come out, but it's always ended up on the side shelf. And I haven't got around to it. So I decided I wanted a little break after painting the entire Hungarian army and some additional Soviets in Flames of War to do something a little bit different. So I thought I would slap together the biggest of the Titans. This is kind of a new guy. He is a War Master Titan, and he is the largest Titan currently in the game. I can't imagine them getting much larger than this, but we said that when the Warlord came out, or with the original box set. So this is obviously in progress, very rough. These guys are so big and so detailed that you really need to build them in assemblies, or at least I've found that. For example, like the legs here, pretty much everything here is metallic, but it's going to get covered with armored plates. So paint all the armored plates first, and then it's pretty easy how they all attach, and it makes it a lot easier to paint this sub-assembly. And then you can cheat and then just black with the kind of a metallic heavy-handed dry brush is really all you need, because this stuff kind of peeks out under the armor, but overall looks pretty good. So yeah, this thing is giant. Just to give you an idea of how big this is a Imperial Knight from Adeptus Titanicus. So the Imperial Knight is one of the largest models you can play with in 40K. They're larger models, but Imperium wise, that's pretty big. Jake had an army of like 3 of these guys, and as the core of his army, and that was a giant chunk of change. These are giant heavy things in 40K, but in Adeptus Titanicus they're the tiniest thing. To give you an idea, I'll set them right there and you can see the height difference. The biggest height difference is just looking at the weapons. This is a War Master's, I forget the exact name, some kind of plasma gun, is almost twice as tall as a Imperial Knight, and the weapons are suitably dangerous. A weapon like this could probably obliterate an entire lance of knights in one shot, which is kind of what you'd expect from something this big. Even the biggest knight from the biggest Titan from the game, the Warlord Titan, looks kind of small compared to him. Here's one I've already painted. Yeah, see that? And you can see the difference here. Let's see if I can do this without dumping everything over. So pretty big, imposing mech. I have a ton of different types of knights that I've also collected that I'm working on. There's a Titan with a Quake Cannon, the Warbringer. I've got a couple more Reavers. So I'm assembling them all, and hopefully you will see them on the table sooner rather than later. I know a lot of the guys have Adeptus Titanicus, they just haven't finished building it, kind of like in the same boat that I am. So hopefully we'll see that soon. But Adeptus Titanicus, again, is one of those guilty pleasure games. I really like the game. I like the game system. It's fun. I would love to see Xenos Titans, like the Eldar, Orc Gargants. Tyranid bio creatures. But I understand right now they are, this is Horus Heresy, so it's going to be Imperium versus Chaos, and you can use the same model on both sides, so I can see why they would want to focus on that first. Alright, the other thing I've been doing is slowly working on the Confederates for Black Powder, Civil War, Epic American Civil War Black Powder. I've just got a lot of these guys. And I'm slowly trying to do them all at once. Well, not all at once, but a big batch at once, so that I can just do a bunch of basing. So, here are 6 frames of mostly Confederates. I've got a couple of Union stands in there that I needed, that I'm still working on. So anytime I get some downtime, I do a little work on these, so that hopefully I can have a opposition force for my Union army that's already built. Well, at least enough to play an introductory battle with. So we still have that as well. So there you go, guys. That's what's on the table this Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do consider giving us a like and subscribe. Click that bell to receive notification when we release new content. Thanks for watching, and keep on wargaming.